Hi flower friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I am tackling some fall chores on my flower farm. I live in upstate New York, zone 4B, and this is going into my 6th year as a flower farmer, and this is my 2nd year. These hydrangeas are only about 2.5 years old now, and they were planted in 2021 in the spring, and it's time to cut them back because they're done for the season. I did not cut them back last year. I guess you don't have to cut them back, but it's always recommended to at least give them a trim. I'm gonna cut them down about 18 inches down, and I'm using a hedge trimmer that my in-laws gifted me last year, and I'm gonna do it real quick. So I'm gonna try and do it, set it up. And this is the method that Sunflower Steve, who also grows limelight hydrangeas. These are 180 limelight hydrangeas, by the way, from Proven Winners Colors Choice. To be honest, I didn't plan that. And believe it or not, I've cut hundreds of these stems for use in fresh bouquets this year, but we have had several frosts and a couple hard freezes up here on the hill. So we've got some damage, and clearly it would have been ideal to cut all these and use them if I could for dried arrangements and stuff like that. I just didn't get around to it this year. Have to be a better planner for 2024. All right, I'm gonna get my hedge trimmer out. I'm really excited about this. I've never used it before. It's kind of dangerous. Oh my gosh, here it is. It's just a DeWalt. It's got a battery. It's been, ooh, look at this. I look like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ha ha ha. Anyway, it is basically a hedge trimmer on steroids. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it up and see if I can use it. Okay, that's how it is. There's a little bit of a safety. Hold the safety up. I can't believe they let me have this. That felt pretty good. Okay. Did you see it? Okay. Okay, you could see the height difference between that one and the one that I didn't do. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it up and do the rest. Gosh, it's really a lot faster than I expected. And if I wanted to, I could go in there with the snippers and take out all of the heads because there's still a lot left, but this is very satisfying. Okay, it's a little tipsy, sorry. Don't fall. I think I like this chore. I feel really good about that. The only thing I'm gonna have to do though, I'm gonna have to do a really good tick check because I found a tick crawling on my arm the other day. I was inside and I hadn't been outside for hours. So just randomly there was a tick crawling on my arm. But anytime you're outside, like the ticks in the Northeast, guys, I don't know about where you live. They are rampant and they are spreading disease like crazy. Before you go and just take a saw to your hydrangeas, just make sure that they are the kind that blooms on new wood that's okay to trim this. Like all the panicles and the limelights and all those are all the blooming on new wood variety instead of old wood. You don't really want to trim your old wood, or you could sacrifice blooms for next season. In fact, Sunflower Steve will actually cut his harder than this in order to encourage them to be taller and bigger for next year. He does that for very specific sizes to get the huge panicles, the ones that, you know, a florist would use for wedding arrangements and stuff like that. Those huge arbors with the huge hydrangeas. That's when you would make a deep cut that would encourage stronger, taller, thicker branches and bigger panicles. All right, I can check mark that one off the list. Just thought you guys might enjoy seeing me actually do something on the farm here. But I gotta tell you, These limelight hydrangeas are something else. I cannot believe the difference from when I put them in the ground in 2021. My mother-in-law and we spent an afternoon just digging away. I have done nothing special to them. They're not on drip line. I have not fertilized them. I put a little bit of compost in the hole when I planted them, and they're in weed fabric. Didn't really help the weeds, so does it matter? No. However, I've done nothing special, and they have just thrived on neglect. And that's when you know it's a proven winner. All right, I'm gonna go find something else to check off my list. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you soon. Couple questions I know I'm gonna get. Number one, can you propagate the cuttings? Yeah, you can propagate the cuttings. The patent on the limelight hydrangeas is ended. Second question I know I'm gonna get, are you gonna leave the branches on the ground? Probably, just gonna be honest, probably. I'm probably just gonna let it sit there. That's just kind of how I do things. Anyway, I know those questions are gonna come up, but all right, I can hear my chickens calling them mama. Gotta go feed them. Now that I've showed you guys that, I thought you'd like to see an update on, it's really sunny out. I thought I'd give you guys an update on the coral berries that I planted a couple of years ago, way on the other side of my property. I finally see pink. Now it's really bright out today, so the quality of the video is not going to be great. However, I have about 100-foot row of coral berries, and finally this year I actually have berries. The plants themselves I did trim back about 6 inches last year. Actually, was it this spring? Yes, it was this spring. I cut them back, and that's fine because like the hydrangea, they will grow and produce berries. Obviously, they did a great job producing berries. This is one of about, I think I have 25 of them, and they're right down the row. I planted them about 3 feet apart. Like I said, it's really bright out today, but I mean, all of them just have great berries, and they're just gonna get better every year. And to give you guys an example of where I am, let me just pan up. There's my house, red shed, high tunnel, hydrangea field, lavender. Some of the lavender did great. I might as well show you that while I'm down here. But anyway, coralberry, need to get to it before a freeze next year. And I think by next year, these plants will be even bigger and better. And then I have lilacs that I planted. Oh my gosh, these were so tiny when I planted them. And they are also 3 feet tall. And hopefully this coming spring, I'll be able to cut something. I mean, the deer have kind of been eating, you can see, the deer have been eating some of them, but the majority of them look really healthy and good. Oh my goodness, like this whole bush looks great. That doesn't look bad at all. But I really fell in love with these coral berries. I think they're gonna be awesome additions to, my arrangements, and maybe some dried wreaths and stuff like that come fall. And winter time too. Maybe I have more than I thought because it just keeps going. All right, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 34. Whoa. Wow. I think I remember. I think I got 2 18 trays from Proven Winners Color Choice, and I believe, so that would have been 36, and clearly I must have lost 2 plants. So that's not bad. 34 out of 36. Here is the lavender, guys. Some of the lavender looks, that looks amazing. Let's just be honest. So that is this row of lavender. This row is fantastic. We'll let it go another year. I'm not gonna cover it. We had a negative 27 this winter, and I did not cover it, and it's fine. Obviously, it's fine. The other 2 rows, goodbye. Oh gosh, it smells so good. But the 3 rows of lavender, I think there's actually 4 rows of lavender that are in these wee holes that died back because they couldn't take the cold here, and I don't want to try that hard. I'm not that invested. Brad actually wants to plant something else back here, so we'll probably rip all this out and try something that's kind of deer proof and maybe a little bit less maintenance than lavender. What do you guys suggest? I already have a 1/4 acre of peonies. I already have hydrangeas. I already have smoke bush, coral berries, lilacs. What do you guys think? What should I put back here? I don't know, hive mind, think for me, think. All right, now I gotta go dig dahlias, so stay tuned for the next fall prep video of me digging and storing dahlias. What am I gonna do this year? Who knows? And there the smoke bushes be. Gosh, they're gorgeous. I would say belly button height on these for me, so about 3 feet tall. I think that's where my belly button is. They're just phenomenal. I really love them. I cannot wait. I've only had a couple of plumes of smoke bush, but this is gonna put on a show for sure. Come, maybe next year. Fingers crossed for next year. A plumey show of smoke from the smoke bush.